Well, hello, my friends. How are you? And welcome back to Song Swap Showdown on our new time. Well, kind of our new time because we're supposed to be going to be doing the show on Mondays at 7. But yesterday, if you follow us on social media, you found out, maybe you found out, I don't know, but you found out that our internet was down in the area, so we couldn't go live yesterday. Internet actually didn't even come back on until like 11 o'clock at night, so we weren't able to do the live show. So we pushed it back to tonight. So moving forward, Monday nights will be the new time for Song Swap Showdown live on the live stream. So YouTube, Facebook, all the places where we normally stream live. And then, of course, you'll be able to listen to all episodes of Song Swap Showdown wherever you get podcasts. And you'll also be able to listen to the same show on Radio Garden State at 8 a.m. on Monday. So even if you missed it, you'll get another chance to listen to the show over on Radio Garden State at radiogardenstate.com, Odyssey app, TuneIn app, and radio.net. And of course, you can follow us here. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you get notified. Do all the stuff so that way you get notified when we go live, which is at this new time, which once again, today is Tuesday, but Monday at 7 is going to be the new time. So for those of you following the show over the last few weeks, I did a couple solo shows, and Amanda wasn't with me on those shows. And once again, if you've been following on social media, I did a little video with an update. If you're on the podcast feed, there was an update. And basically, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but once again, Amanda has decided to step back from the show. And it's just, she's got a lot going on. She's got a lot on her plate. And after 5 years of doing this show together, doing it all, being really consistent Monday mornings, 8 o'clock for years, she just decided she wants to step away from podcasting overall and step away from the show. So I will definitely miss her. We started the show together during COVID, and she is irreplaceable for what Amanda brings to the show. However, with Amanda's blessing, we decided that it would be totally cool to keep the show going. And I was going back and forth whether or not I was going to keep it just a solo show and kind of change the format altogether. However, as fate would have it, I have a perfect co-host, like literally right here with me. So let me bring the new co-host of Song Swap Showdown onto the stage, and it is Rachel Vaglio. It's Rachel. Wow. This is the infamous Rachel that we've talked about on the show for the last 5 years of Song Swap Showdown. We've mentioned your name on here plenty of times. We've said Rachel has helped pick songs for Amanda in the past. And, we were, truth be told, I mean, you and I were looking for a project to do together ages ago. Me and Rachel, we did an American Horror Story podcast together, and that was a lot of fun. And now we were looking for something else to do together. And, as fate would have it, some space was made for us to do something together. And here you are, new co-host of Song Swap Showdown. So how does it feel?
Wow. Infamous. That's like more than famous, right?
That is more than famous.
Okay.
More than famous. Infamous.
No, it's like
more than famous.
Yeah, more than famous. All right. No, so I'm totally excited to be here. It's a lot of fun. I had a great time coming up with, what the theme of the show. Excited to do this. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I may flub a little bit once we get into the flow. I'll be good to go. Yeah.
That's all right. It's all good. Listen, this show's all about having fun, and far be it that we are professionals of anything.
Oh, yeah, no, I just, it's going to be, I've got some pretty big shoes to fill. Like, I could never, ever, take Amanda's place. So I'm just filling in the co-host slot in my very own way.
Yes. Well, listen, you bring your own flavor to the show. We'll do what we do.
Absolutely, yeah.
I got to feel it.
I think I'm a bit spicier.
I definitely spicier. And I got a feeling we're going to be bringing the same energy that we bring when the cameras aren't rolling. So, yeah. So, so yeah, the comments are coming in. Ken Ventry, oh my God, I know them. Oh my God, I know them. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in right now. Appreciate you guys. And so listen, play along. Fork Boy, check it in. Rachel. There you go. What's up?
I'm so glad you guys are all here for my big debut.
That's right, your big Song Swap Showdown debut. So, if this is your first time, guys, checking out Song Swap Showdown? Well, you're coming in at a great time because essentially this is sort of a soft reboot of the show. The format is still staying the same. So, how does Song Swap Showdown normally work? The game of Song Swap Showdown. Well, typically, what the format is that now Chris and Rachel each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and then we will rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a hard skip. That's right, that's a skip. Get it off. I don't want to hear it at all, ever. Just be done with it. All the way up to 5 records, which is Heavenly Music to Our Ears. That goes on an eternity playlist. That's a song you can hear over and over and over again. Tony coming in with the jokes.
Yes, you do. That's how you get the co-host spot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Well, listen, you can always come on as a guest. Now that I know that we're at night, you could probably come in as a guest, because the mornings I know is tough for a lot of people, but for all you guys, now that you're all home at night, we're gonna have to maybe start spicing it up and getting some special guest stars on now that we're a nighttime show. Oh, geez, here we go. Skip like Rogue One. Oh, all right. Here we go with the Rogue One.
Don't get baited. Do not get baited.
I'm not getting baited. We have a show to do tonight. So, Rachel, what is tonight's theme? You came up with the theme because we were like, what are we going to do for our first show theme? And so you went not only are we doing a new show, but we're just going to do a whole new theme that we really haven't done before. So what is it?
Right. So I thought it would be fun to explore soundtracks. So not just one song, entire soundtracks that are better than the movies that they go along with. So, Chris, you want to explain how we're going to do this? Because it is a little different than the normal format. It
is a little bit different because instead of swapping individual songs and rating on a scale of 1 to 5 records and doing all that, Rachel's theme was a really good one. So I figured, well, how can we make this work? So what we decided to do was each come up with our 3 soundtracks that we felt like were better than the films. Mm-hmm. And instead of rating them, we were going to kind of just reveal our lists. I already know Rachel's list. She knows my list. And we're just going to kind of talk about them real quick. And we'll rate them. I mean, we'll say, hey, that soundtrack. I think what we should do, too, because we're talking about this real time. We can even rate the film if you write. So we could say, hey, this film was a 1 or 2 or whatever. And then we can rate the soundtrack against that. And then, listen, we want you guys, you let us all know how you would rate the film and the soundtrack as well. Play along. Let us know how you would rate that soundtrack on a scale of 1 to 5 records. Because I already know what she's got and she knows what I have, but I think these will just be a really fun discussion topic. So we're also going to play the trailers from the films that we're talking about. And, we're not going to play every single song or all that. We'll probably pick a tune and play because otherwise this will be a 5-hour show and no one wants to stay up that late. I don't even want to stay up that late. I want to keep the show moving.
No
guys,
one wants that.
Yeah.
Your dad stayed up late as it is. Look, your dad stayed up late just to see this.
Look at this. Yeah. Stayed up late just for this show. So, all right. So let's get going. Let's start the show off. I've got my 3 soundtracks. You've got 3. We'll reveal them. We'll go back and forth a little bit and we'll talk about them. Once again, guys, play along at home. Comment if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch tonight. We want to hear from you. Let us know what you think. And also what should have made your list. And if this show does well, we'll do a part 2. We'll see. You guys, this is a very democratic.
We held some back. Yeah.
We did hold some back. And the one that I do want to just say right off the top, because let's just deal with it now. Rachel, what is the one that was on both our lists that we know everybody wants to talk about, but it's not going to be on our list?
That would be Judgment Night, Chris.
That's right. Judgment Night. Judgment Night is not on the list, and here is why. Because everybody is going to expect us to talk about Judgment Night.
Judgment Night.
I know it's on Tony's list. I know it's on everybody's list. Listen, we already know it's a 5-record soundtrack. I mean,
Absolutely,
right? Yeah. Movie stinks. Although there are some there's some funny parts. Yeah, but the movie stinks. But it's a great soundtrack. It is a 5-record soundtrack. We all know it. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to waste the whole show talking about Judgment Night.
All right, so let's move on then.
So we can save that for another special episode. Maybe we'll get Tony on that one. We can talk about our favorite tracks from Judgment Night or something like that. And rate that. Maybe we could rate each song on a scale of 1 to 5 records. Yeah, who won the fight? Yeah. 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 Ooh, you know the one I'm looking for. Yeah. All right. So, Ray, let's start with one of yours. Since you're the
Okay.
new host, I want you to kick
Okay.
this off with you. What is the soundtrack that you'd like to reveal on your top list of soundtracks that are better than the movie?
All right, so I'm going to start with one that I like because I know you disagree with me on this one, and I'm going to go with Singles. I love this soundtrack, hate this movie.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with you because the movie, I really like this movie, but I will agree with you that the soundtrack is better than the movie. I mean,
Absolutely.
listen, I like
The
Cameron Crowe.
soundtrack saves this movie.
I don't know if I would go that far.
I would.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. I think that the soundtrack is really, really good. I mean, it's a solid soundtrack. In fact, I'm gonna probably make. I mean, there's so much to talk about. So I'm gonna probably make an unpopular opinion though, and
Okay.
because I think that this soundtrack would be perfect as a front to back soundtrack.
If
But as much as I love Heart and I love the Love Mongers, I feel like the Battle of Evermore drags this soundtrack down. It's a skip for me every time,
and
I
the
love Led
Lovemongers
Zeppelin.
have some better songs too.
Yes,
so,
and I
like,
love Led Zeppelin, and I think that their version is actually awesome. I mean, it's great, but it just in the
doesn't fit.
soundtrack
I
itself,
don't
it doesn't.
think it fits.
Yeah, I mean, it fits. It's in the film, so therefore it's there and it's cute and it's cool to hear because she does nail Robert. So she does a great job of.
Oh, she's
of
incredible. I mean, her voice is
but it's a skip for me almost every time I listen to the soundtrack. So it's what keeps it from being almost perfect.
almost perfect.
Yeah, yeah. So let's do this. I want to because we said let's play the trailer from Singles,
Okay.
and then we'll talk more about a little bit about the history and all that stuff. How's that? You like that?
All right. Yeah, no, I like it.
All right. Let me see if I can find it here. I
Your
tried to
dead
get it.
questions our marriage. I'm like,
I tried to get everything queued up ahead of time here. So here we go. All right, here we go. Boom. Let's watch the trailer to Singles.
Love is a game.
You distinguish yourself by not calling her.
4 days, he used to call me.
Easy to start,
It's a very nice hat you're wearing, and I don't mean that in an Eddie Haskell kind of way.
hard to finish.
Linda,
Bye, Steve.
I left my blue t-shirt at home.
If you can't find love, you settle for sex.
I'm on the bed right now. I'm wearing something really outrageous.
I think you got the wrong number, lady, but I'll be right over.
In the absence of sex, you go for companionship.
You want to get some dinner? How about some lunch? Have a lunch. Coffee? Water? How about some water?
Soon you're just happy to have a friend.
No, in the parallel universe, we're probably a scorching couple.
But in this one, neighbors.
Of course, you can't sleep with friends. Singles.
You know, I see other people still.
You don't fool me.
Bridget Fonda,
We made the connection, and when you make the connection, it's like chemistry takes care of itself. I mean, it makes its own decisions, you know?
Campbell Scott,
I was just nowhere near your neighborhood.
Kira Sedgwick,
Did I overreact? Do you know who this is?
Sheila Kelly,
Could you seat me next to a single guy? I've got a special feeling about you.
Jim True, and Matt Dillon.
Janet, you rock my world.
Singles.
If I make this basket, that's fate telling me to call him. Wait, did no basket mean call him or don't call him? Never mind.
Directed by Cameron Crowe.
All right. So here we go. Here's the trailer for Singles. I'm watching that trailer and I'm like getting all the feels. I love this movie, man. I don't know. It's great. It captures time perfectly. I don't know. What is it about this film that you don't like? It's got Matt Dillon, Bridget Fonda.
oh, I love Matt Dillon and Bridget Fonda, but I don't know why I don't know why Bridget Fonda likes Matt Dillon in this movie because he's horrible.
Well, he's in a band.
And I don't know.
He's in
boring.
Citizen Dick.
Flat.
All right. Well, listen, that's your opinion.
Citizen Dick.
Citizen Dick.
That's pretty cool.
That's the name of the band. Yeah, and then they have the hit single "Touch Me, I'm Dick." That's their hit single in the movie, which is on the 25th anniversary edition of the soundtrack, which I have, and it's great. And there's additional Chris Cornell stuff, like because Chris Cornell did some of the instrumental stuff, the transition stuff into film, and it wasn't on the original soundtrack, but they released it on the 25th anniversary edition, which is really, really cool. And there was a couple other songs on the soundtrack that he wrote and sang that they didn't put on originally, and all are also on that. So it's very cool, being able to listen to that again. So this was released actually before the film single soundtrack. And of course, for those of you that don't know, it features Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins, Jimi Hendrix, Mudhoney. There's Screaming Trees are on here. I mean, it's banger after banger on this, and including too the Paul Westerberg stuff. So this soundtrack peaked at number 6 on the Billboard 200 and went 2 times platinum. That means it sold over 2 million copies in the U.S. and helped deliver grunge to a national audience. Rolling Stone ranked it among 50 greatest grunge albums of all time. Now, the singles film itself was not a huge hit. It made $18.5 million at the U.S. box office, and its budget was roughly $9 million. So it kind of, it made back its budget and a little bit more, but when you compare that, I mean, probably if you adjust it for inflation, but still didn't exactly light the world on fire. But just gave you the numbers for the soundtrack. Totally crushed.
Hence, it's on my list as soundtracks that were better than the movie.
Now, Cameron Crowe, a little bit of backstory is he immersed himself into Seattle's grunge scene, and that's why you see that was his whole inspiration of why he wrote it. And then that's, you get the cameos by Eddie Vedder and Chris Cornell. And as I said, the soundtrack was released before the film. It was released 3 months before the movie and was huge to marketing the film and the whole Seattle scene and everything like that. And the soundtrack, was really instrumental in breaking a lot of these bands. I mean, when you think of Screaming Trees, Nearly Lost You.
That's such a great tune.
One of Pearl Jam's greatest songs is on A State of Love and Trust. Still to this day, my favorite Pearl Jam song. Absolutely insane. I mean, this soundtrack opens with Wood by Alice in Chains. One of my top 3 favorite Alice in Chains songs of all time. I mean, it's unbelievable how amazing the soundtrack is. And like I said, it's an unpopular opinion, I think. But I do feel like that the Love Mongers Battle of Evermore kind of drags this soundtrack down a little bit. I skip it. Oh, and there's also an extended version of Drown on here by Smashing Pumpkins. It closes. It's just amazing. And then the 2 Paul Westerberg songs.
Those might be my favorite songs on the soundtrack. Yeah. I might just because it makes me think of that. It gives me that very 90s grunge feel. But I think, they're so fun and poppy and
they're great. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they still hold. There's almost every song in this record still holds up.
Yeah, I really enjoyed, we listened to all the soundtracks, and I'm
all the time.
I really enjoyed listening to this again. I was playing it at work yesterday because I thought we were going to do the show yesterday, so I was trying to prep, and it was kind of fun to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's I feel like this is still in a steady rotation in our lives. I mean, you can still listen, any kind of alt rock station, you still hear tons of songs from this soundtrack still being played on radio. And I know that when we get together with our friends and all that, so many of these songs turn up in rotation. So definitely a really good one to have on the list as far as soundtracks better than the film. Now, I really like the movie, but on a mainstream commercial success, soundtrack definitely better than the film on commercial success. I like it. I like Cameron Crowe. I
like Cameron Crowe too, just not this movie.
Right, but I enjoy it. So listen, guys, what do you think of the film? Do you like Singles the film? Do you like the soundtrack? Are both of them not on your radar? How would you rate the Singles soundtrack on a scale of 1 to 5 records? What would you give Singles the film? We'd love to hear from you. Drop it in the comments below. Let us know. I know we've got a bunch of people kind of chiming in here. Ken Ventry saying the tour de force acting performance by Eddie Vedder. That's amazing.
Yeah, because Pearl Jam was the band behind
Yeah.
Citizen Dick that Matt Dillon
Yep.
fronted. So
Yeah, you Nearly Lost You, Screaming Trees, awesome track.
love that song.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My father coming in, let's see if this marriage is solid.
I know. I'm like, really? Come on now.
All right, so Josh coming in with singles, movie, meh, soundtrack, loves it. Loves it. Never say singles, so yeah. Never saw singles, so yeah, the soundtrack wins +1 for Rachel. All right. Listen. All good. How would I rate this soundtrack? Like I said, I would have given this 5 records. It's so close. It's just that one song, it just, but it's like a 4.9.
Okay.
4.9 records. That's what I would give the single soundtrack.
Yeah.
Give me one better lyric you can understand. State of love and trust in her. That's it.
Oh boy, and he sings too. Okay.
That's right. All right. So single soundtrack. Where would you rate this? Where would you rate the soundtrack?
Me?
Yeah, it's on your list, but like,
definitely.
Where would you put it though? If you had to put it on a scale of 1 to 5 records, like where are you putting it?
I don't know. It's like definitely between like a 4.5 and a 5. Like this is great. Like I really enjoyed listening to this. So I'm like,
yeah. All
but
right.
I'm like, it's up there. It is definitely up there. So I'll go with, I'll just give it 5 records because,
All right.
it's my first pick and all.
It's your first pick and all.
I give myself a 5,
All right. Is there a song we should play off this real quick? Like a little bit of a song? I mean, I'll see. And Mother Love Bone's on here too.
We
Chloe
did, yes.
I was just talking about that.
In the trailer, we did get a little bit of a dyslexic heart. So.
That's true. You know what? Yeah. Let's keep the show moving. Good call.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah. By the way, hit that like button, people. Yes. Thank you, Tony.
Yes.
For those of you watching, hit the like button. Also, hit that subscribe button and smash that little bell so that way you get notified every single time we go live, which will be on Mondays at 7, not Tuesdays at 7.
Tuesdays at 7.
Although we may be live next Tuesday because next Monday's a holiday.
Yeah, so.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Jillian.
We'll see. Listen, Jillian, listen to the soundtrack nonstop when it came out. There you go. There you go. All right. So I'm going to talk about this next soundtrack because I already see some discussion happening in the chat already. So I think it bears to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should. Is The Crow 2
Absolutely.
City of Angels. Now, we all know The Crow, the first one, is a supreme S tier, 5 out of 5 record soundtrack and film. It's a great film, and it's a great soundtrack.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. But let's talk about The Crow 2. Well, it's just Crow City of Angels and the soundtrack to that. Because now you and I both said the same thing. We kind of forgot about the soundtrack and everybody that was kind of on it because it was a soundtrack that was definitely much more successful than the film. Crow City of Angels, not a great movie. The best part to me about it is the fact that Iggy Pop is in it. And Iggy, I wish we could see Iggy Pop playing more of a bad guy. Or he was just, I mean, it's not great, but it lends at least some credibility. It's like, oh, well, at least Iggy Pop is in this. Who else was in it? There was a bunch of people in this film. Let me bring this.
I know, and it's just so unmemorable.
Yeah, literally not that great. So Vincent Perez is actually in this, and he plays Ash Corbin, who is the Crow in this version. Mia Kirshner as Sarah, Richard Brooks, Iggy Pop as Curve. We've got Thomas Jane as Nemo, Ian Dury as Sybil, and Tracy Hannah as Callie. So.
No one
really. I mean, Vincent Perez at that time in 1996 was kind of like trying to come on, and it was a big deal that he was cast, and everybody was really looking forward to the next Crow film. It just was not very good. Did not hit. But the soundtrack
is just, I forgot how good it was. Like
it's pretty
listening
banging.
to it.
Yeah.
Even Maddie heard it in the background and she was like, wow, this is really good. What is this?
Yeah. And people chime in. It's not a great film. Yeah. No. It's what The Crow 1 is you better not be told. The Crow 1 is a great film. The Crow 2 City of Angels is not a good movie. Not good. You actually watched The Crow 2 all the way through? Yes, I saw it in the movies. Actually, we saw it together.
We saw it together. We went to
See,
go see that, and
it was
we were
so
both
bad.
very disappointed.
Yeah, it was so bad. We wait, did we see that together? We were like, it's just deleted. I don't think I've actually even really watched it again since we saw it in 1996.
I definitely have not.
So the film itself cost about $13 million to make, and it earned about $25.3 million at the U.S. box office. That pretty much is a bomb. It's a bomb. Backstory is it was directed by Tim Pope, who also did a lot of music videos back in the day, and was written by David S. Goyer, who a lot of people may know now from doing a lot of Marvel stuff, and he's been involved in DC stuff. He's been in Hollywood for a very long time as a writer. The movie's troubled post-production included major editing issues and a lack of orchestral budget, which forced composer Graham Revel to reuse parts of the previous score and add Latin guitar. And of course, filming took place in Los Angeles. The soundtrack itself features a lot of great 90s. It's like a mix of 90s alternative bands and industrial kind of bands. So you got Hole doing what I think it's a very cool version of Gold Dust Woman by Fleetwood Mac.
God, it's actually a really great version.
Yeah,
of that song.
Filters on here. Korn does it's a song that they actually Sean Olsen. So it's a different mix from the album. White Zombie is on it. And that song's like okay. Like listen, we were listening to it today, and the White Zombie song's like all right. Kind of sounds
okay.
a little.
It's not my favorite, but
it's like a throwaway. Deftones have got a track on here. Bush have a song on here that I actually dig. It's like really dark and like
it doesn't suck. It's I think everything kind of, and I shouldn't say everything, a lot of it follows a very like Deftones kind of flavor, right? Like so everything has that dreamy kind of like haze to it, which I think really adds to the appeal for me anyway, which is why I know Maddie really enjoyed the soundtrack, because it's solid. Like it really sets a tone. Mm-hmm. And I think the best part of it is that it stands alone, like apart from the movie.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
By all means,
I actually feel like you listen to the soundtrack and it's a completely different movie, and then you watch the movie. You're like, "Here's the movie I totally see in my head," and then you watch the film and you're like, "The soundtrack doesn't match this."
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Like the soundtrack's definitely way cooler. It's absolutely way better than this film.
All right, so let's do this. Let's relive The Crow, City of Angels. Here is the trailer from 1996, just to kind of set the stage here.
People once believed that when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead. But sometimes the crow can bring that soul back to put the wrong things right. I thought that Eric was the last. I never imagined there would be another.
It's another time. It's another world. And another has been chosen.
Another. That makeup looks so bad.
The Crow, City of Angels.
Like, even our trailer sucks. You know? Like, the trailer's not great. Like, the makeup, like, they're trying to make Vincent Perez look, like, way too pretty. Like, he's a guy who came back from the dead.
He kind of looks like the Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, but, like, not great.
I get that feel, but anyways.
See, Josh coming in saying soundtrack is immediately dismissed because of Hole. Yeah, in a world.
I don't, you know what? I know what, they're not my favorite band, but that's actually a pretty decent cover, I think.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that.
And I don't really like it when anyone covers, like, I'm like super particular about like songs that I absolutely love by bands that I'm like are a top tier band for me. And I don't hate that song, but I do actually like a handful of Hole songs. So
right. Yeah, I think that this is a pretty good version of it. I mean, so I just want to run through this because we were listening to this and we were like, whoa, what is this? That was cool. So here's the track list. And the reason why we're using YouTube a lot for these tonight, because actually this soundtrack is kind of piecemealed on on a place like Spotify, and like Goldust Woman really can't be found anywhere. There's a few other songs in the soundtrack that just aren't available, but they're here on YouTube. So I would recommend that if you really want to revisit this whole soundtrack, go to YouTube because it's on here. But you've got whole Goldust Woman, White Zombie doing I'm Your Boogeyman, Filter doing Jurassic, I think. PJ Harvey, who I'm not a very big fan of, actually I really dug this song, Naked Cousin.
I like a couple PJ Harvey songs. Like, I'm not a huge fan, can't listen to beginning to end to like any one things, but there's a handful of songs that I really enjoy.
Yeah, this was actually a really cool tune.
And this is a good one.
This Bush song, and I'm not a Bush fan at all.
I know how you feel about it.
But this song in a Lonely Place was actually really good. The Tricky versus the Grave Diggers track was cool. The Seven Mary 3 song was actually even pretty decent, and I'm not big on those guys. This was a song that totally I did not expect to be great, and at first I was like, who is doing this? And it's Linda Perry and Grace Slick doing a song called Knock Me Out. And for everybody that kind of, if you don't know who Linda Perry is, like you may remember like Four Non-Blondes. Is it Four Non-Blondes?
Four Non-Blondes.
Yeah. So what's going on and all that, and Linda Perry's gone on to like write songs and produce for like huge pop stars. This song is actually pretty freaking awesome. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I'm gonna play a little bit of this.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Let me play a little bit.
Chris, why don't you play the song, Chris?
Take it easy over there. It's a lot going on. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. Oh, that's a Toadies. Come on. That's not. I'm not a big Toadies fan, and I actually like that one too. Oh, there we go. This is so like. It's so dark. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even realize Grace Slick did a little guest on this too, and I mean it sounds like her, but he just wasn't even thinking about it. It sounds like this could have been on Buffy the Vampire Slayer soundtrack.
All right.
This the band playing in the Bronze.
It would have to be like on that whole dreamy,
yeah.
Twin Peaks feel.
Yeah, I know, Ken. Toadies are slept. I don't know, man. I'm just not a big Toadies fan. Deaf teeth. Oh my god.
Okay, Josh.
You knocked me out. You bit my lip. You held me down and kept me sober.
Song's got a great vibe.
Through all this time, with no regret. I guess that's just the way I liked it.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut it off because I know it's good.
You're gonna go past. It's gonna get flagged.
I know YouTube's gonna dump.
They're not
the
gonna
stream.
play the show.
Yeah, they're gonna dump the stream. So listen.
Don't mess with the powers that be.
Right, exactly. Don't make YouTube angry by streaming out music like this. So anyway, I gotta say, go back and listen to the soundtrack, guys, because it's a cool soundtrack. There's a lot of good tunes on here. So, all right. So with all that being said, movie stinks, but soundtrack is pretty good. Now, I think out of all the soundtracks I put on my list, this is probably my least favorite as a whole because the first Crow soundtrack is so superior as well as the movie. I think that this soundtrack is, to me, there's some good songs on here. There's also a lot of skippable tunes. So I would probably rank this as like, it's a little bit better than mid. Because there's also some tracks on here that are kind of throwaway. Like, I'm like, we're going to be on the Crow soundtracks, Crow 2 soundtrack. So here's a song. So like the White Zombie song is kind of a real like throwaway song for me. It's not that great as an example. And, I do like the Iggy Pop live version of I Want to Be Your Dog, but it doesn't do much. I mean, I think in the movie, there's like a live sequence and I think the band's playing on stage and are doing this and whatever, but I would probably, as a whole, I would probably give this like a 3.5 rating on my own. What would you give this though on a scale of 1 to 5 records? Where would you put the Crow City of Angels soundtrack?
I feel like I'm at about a 3. I'm like, the songs on here that are good I'm like, I really like it. Definitely it sets a tone, it sets a mood. I could put it on, and even if the songs themselves weren't great, like it's got a cool atmosphere. It's very relaxing, very kind of like nightclubby.
Right. Yeah, there's some cool tracks.
So
on there
yeah, I'm
like
going to
that.
go with a 3.
You're going to go with a 3. Okay, very good. I see. There's a lot. We're gonna cover this in a second because there's a lot of good soundtracks being dropped in here, and we'll get to that. But yeah, I think I'm very mid about it. There's I like the Deftones song on here. I like that Linda Perry song. There's some really good songs as the soundtrack closes out that I think are really cool and very strong. So I give it a 3.6. I'm probably giving it a little high, but it's still like, that's like better than mid, right? Because 3 is like very mid. This is like a little bit better than mid. I'm seeing Treya jump in. Thanks for commenting. I'm a little late to the party tonight, so I missed what was already said. Judgment Night soundtrack comes to mind. Yes, you are correct.
Everyone's top of the list.
Everyone's top of the list. Definitely our top of the list. And when we started right away, we said that is our number 1. We put it a 5 out of 5 records.
Absolutely.
On that soundtrack. We just got it out of the way.
So we're not discussing it.
Yeah, so we're not going to discuss it because we could just make an entire show out of it, and we probably will. We'll probably go track by track and talk about how we rate each song on that on a scale of 1 to 5 records. But great pick. I'm also seeing some other picks here.
That could be fun if you guys want to hear that.
Here's one to argue about, Maximum Overdrive, right? All AC/DC. I don't know if there's no argument. It's AC/DC. So, but yes, a soundtrack that is better than the movie. And I like Maximum Overdrive. It's kind of it hasn't aged well, but it's a first Stephen King kind of movie, but the soundtrack is pretty good. And let me see here. Whoops. I'm getting a little notification here. I'm trying to make it go away. All right. Let's see. I saw some other ones come in here about some other films. Let me go back up here. Trying to go back into our chat. Oh yeah. Eddie and the Cruisers. See, Eddie and the Cruisers is also on my list. I really like Eddie and the Cruisers as a film, but I will agree that the soundtrack is better than the movie because the movie
absolutely
kind of starts
like 10 when that came out.
Yeah, the movie kind of falls off the rails, especially like the end reveal, because I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but why? Because it starts off like, oh, cool, it's a cool mystery. Like, it sets a stage, and then it kind of just falls apart at the very end, and you're like, wait, what? Like,
I feel like I was crushed when I found out what that was not a real band.
Yeah,
like, that kind of broke my heart a little bit,
John Catherine and Beaver Brown Band are the real band, and
well,
they sound great.
I understand that, but like Michael Perrier,
Michael Perrier, bro.
I wanted, I just wanted Eddie and the Cruisers to be like, Eddie and the Cruisers, and not John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown.
Yeah, but still, that is a great soundtrack that I will agree is better than the film. I enjoy the film, but the film does not, as a whole, it falls apart.
When you're not 10 and you watch it, it's not quite as good.
Tony also says Above the Rim in Juno. 2 other soundtracks that are better than the film.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I barely remember Juno. So, and I don't even remember the soundtrack, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah. See, that's why I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to go back and look at that one because I don't remember the soundtrack.
Oh, and I want to go all the way back because, Ian from Australia, who chimes in normally on our show, but he's at work when the show is airing now. But he said some Australian films that eventually managed to find somewhere on soundtrack. He said Somersault, The Boys, Idiot Box, Better Half, Young Einstein.
Oh, Young Einstein. I remember that movie.
Yeah, Reckless Kelly, Brand New Day, Dave, Dogs in Space, The Proposition in Australia. So those are some Australian films where the soundtrack is better than the movie.
Okay.
So I'll have to check those out. Young Einstein, man.
I remember
that Yahoo Serious, right?
Yahoo Serious.
Yeah.
Is Young Einstein.
Yeah.
I do not remember that soundtrack, however.
And here's one more. Dracula 2000 soundtrack.
Oh,
I have to remember that one. Josh, who's on? I have to look that one up because that slipped on my radar.
I literally got this notification that came up, and I cannot see the comments now. And I'm like,
oh yeah, it happens.
I don't know how to make the box go away. There's nothing to. It says we're having trouble streaming to Facebook.
Oh yeah, I know. I got a thing too. It looks like.
Do I have to hit remove or edit or like?
You could just click on the screen somewhere and it should go away.
Okay. oh, all right.
There you go. Technical stuff, guys. Live show. All right, let's the ultimate argument. Heavy metal parking lot. Right. Okay. Keep the comments going. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. All right, let's move into our number 2 picks on our soundtracks. Rachel, what's your number 2 on your list?
All right, so my number 2, because I'm going to save this other one for last. I'm going to go with the Reality Bites.
Oh, yes, Reality Bites. Now, great soundtrack. And we were talking about this because, once again, this isn't a movie that we saw together. I think we determined.
No, I know that I
didn't see this. I
actually saw this movie on a very bad date, and this movie did not help things.
I was not the bad date. Just want to put it out there.
Not that time, no.
Yeah, not that time. But yeah, so this was definitely the case where this soundtrack was much better than the movie. 100%.
It should have been great. It's Winona Ryder, Ben Stiller, and Ethan Hawke.
Yes.
And it's just utterly disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a product of the time for sure. That's 100% a total product of the time. Well, who say? Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, that was also Janine Garofalo and Steve Zahn in this as well.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I'm just looking it up right now. The other cast members that were on there. Wow.
I definitely did not realize that Steven Zahn was in that movie.
Yeah, I will say, I don't think I've seen Reality Bites since the 90s.
No. And that I might actually be willing to rewatch this movie. I mean, it's not great, but I'm like, I feel like I could put it on in the background and just be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's just why I didn't like it.
Yeah. Now, this movie, not considered a flop, but not a giant hit. I mean, once again, starred Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke, who were really, Winona Ryder was a big star at that time, and Ethan Hawke was really coming on.
Yeah.
As far as 90s youth culture goes. It grossed approximately $33.4 million worldwide and cost about $11.5 million to make. So it made its money back and more.
Well, I feel it's got star power, so people are definitely going to go see it, right?
Yeah, 100%. They're absolutely going to go check that out. I mean, listen, you see Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke in it, and when we were talking about this, like, Ethan Hawke doesn't look clean in this movie, but it's definitely the look, I think.
Oh, I'm gonna guess your sister's on as Owen. And did you like the movie when you upon rewatching, or like? Because I don't remember liking it.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's play the trailer, because I feel like I don't remember anything from this movie, to be honest.
Oh, I remember a bunch of stuff, and I just don't know why she wanted to date either of those guys. So
let's rewatch. Let's go back in time.
Hello, you've reached the winter of our discontent.
This is like the single soundtrack.
I'm making this documentary about my friends, but it's really about people who are trying to find their own identity without having any real role models or heroes or anything.
And it seems like your friends would be perfect for that.
I truly believe that if we can get 2 women on the Supreme Court, we can get at least 1 on you, Sam.
I lost my job.
Why'd you get a job at Burgerama?
I was valedictorian of my university.
Well, you don't have to put that down on your application.
Do you have any idea what it means to be a cashier at Wiener Schnitzel? There you go, sir. And have a tune, Wiener dude.
A couple smokes, a cup of coffee, and a little bit of conversation. You and me and $5.
You got it. He's strange, he's sloppy, he's a total nightmare for women. I can't believe I haven't slept with him yet.
Are you religious?
I guess I'm a non-practicing Jew.
Hey, I'm a non-practicing virgin.
Did he dazzle you with his extensive knowledge of mineral water?
He's not a yuppie.
What is your glitch, huh?
My glitch?
Why are you acting like a jealous boyfriend all of a sudden? Hi.
You look beautiful. You look like a doily. I think the moment has been appropriately captured.
Wait, did I just say produced by Danny DeVito?
Oh,
look at that, and directed by Ben Stiller. So there you go. Ben Stiller directed it and starred in it.
Well, because he does that. That's
yes.
That's a thing he does.
I was rewatching that trailer. I'm like, I barely remember any big scenes from that.
There's not there. First of all, there's not too many. There's like,
yeah.
I think like Ethan Hawke performing, but
yeah. I'm getting Chris. What's your glitch? What's your glitch? I have to use that.
It definitely could suck. Like
that's got to come back. What's your glitch? Tony's saying it sucked rotten eggs through a tailpipe. Soundtrack wins again. So listen, this soundtrack is stacked with great songs. I mean, you heard this soundtrack single-handedly brought back the knack with My Sharona.
Yeah, My Sharona like got a whole like resurgence.
Oh my gosh, it unbelievable. Like broke that again. Like I remember like you do listen to like Z100 or something like that. It was like everywhere was My Sharona, and coming from a band that had released that in like the early 80s. Actually it may even been like 79 or something like that. I'm trying to think of like how old My Sharona is.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I'm trying to get my notes up over here again because I had my notes for Reality Bites and like totally scanned through it. Okay, here we go. So this album actually reached the Billboard Top 20 and charted. And while I said the film wasn't a complete flop at all, I mean, it made money back. It's not really, I don't really think it's like held in wide regard as, like.
No, because people went to see it because there was like, because of the cast, and then we're disappointed and other people then didn't go see it. Yeah.
But it is a good sampling of like the 90s, I would say.
It is. No, I definitely think it represents the 90s in a way. But it's forgettable.
Yeah. Well, the songs on here are not though. So
no,
I just want to read off.
My favorite go-to karaoke song of all time is on this soundtrack.
Yeah. So of course, My Sharona. Great song by Juliana Hatfield here. Spin the Bottle. Love that song. World Party with You Come Back to Me is on here. We got Going, Going, Gone by the Posies. And of course, as you just said, your favorite song of all time and the song that broke Lisa Loeb.
Yeah.
Not broke her in a bad way, but broke her. Stay. Which is honestly, thank you to Ethan Hawke for doing that, because he was friends with Lisa Loeb and got her on the soundtrack, and she became the only artist at the time, an unsigned artist, to have a number one song. Like that hadn't ever happened before in music history, and it happened with this, and obviously the rest is history. Lisa Loeb's gone on to have an amazing career, but Stay being on this soundtrack is a thing that totally broke her into mainstream, and that song still is awesome. And yes, this is your go-to karaoke song.
This is like one of my top go-to karaoke's.
Yep, that's your tune for sure. Lisa Loeb, Stay is on here, and there's still more other great songs on here. You got All I Want Is You. You got the Crowded House tune, Locked Out. Huh? What is? Mm-hmm. What song? Oh yeah, Squeeze, Tempted, yes. You got Baby I Love Your Way, the Big Mountain version of that song, which is great. Mm-hmm. Turnip Farm, Dinosaur Jr., Great tune. And you even have the Ethan Hawke song on here, I'm Nothing, that he does in the movie, which is kind of cool.
I think
and then,
that is probably the most memorable scene for me.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stood out. And we got Lenny Kravitz on the soundtrack, right?
Yeah. No, it's a great soundtrack, man. And I don't know. It's definitely one. If I'm gonna rate it on a record scale, I mean, there's so many good songs on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it again, and I'm like, what songs do I normally skip? I mean, I'm not really the U2 songs. Like, all right, whatever.
I'm not the hugest U2 fan.
And I gotta tell you, I really love the baby I Love Your Way by Big Mountain. That closes the soundtrack out. Is really good. Of course, Tempted, and they updated this because they did a Tempted like '94 version, so they did a little bit of update from the one from the '80s. The Crowded House song is really good on here. I don't know, man. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a 4.9 soundtrack for me, but it's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close. I would give it a 4.7. 4.7 records for the Reality Bites soundtrack. Movie, barely remember it, but soundtrack, great. It was great going through the soundtrack again.
Soundtrack is great.
Some of these songs I had not heard in a while.
Like I said, I had a lot of fun listening. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I heard that like particular Dinosaur Jr. track.
Yeah, great song, man. And I love Dinosaur Jr. I'm so glad they're still out there playing and stuff. But like, that's a great song. So listen, I highly recommend, man. You guys should, if you haven't listened to Reality Bites in a while, go back, listen to that soundtrack, and then I probably will watch this movie again. I also like Jenny Garofalo with like the Betty Page like pinup girl haircut. It's like crazy seeing like Steve Zahn, like who we didn't know. I'm like, oh my god, he's in that with David's. It's like, okay, I haven't seen it in a long time. I would probably watch that again for sure. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, the greatest all-time actor cameo for a song in a movie. You're right. Matt Damon, Scotty doesn't know. You are correct about that one. That is pretty good.
That would be a fun.
If any artists have left this decision, Tony just dropping gems in the chat today. So, all right. So that was your number 2 to me.
Yes.
So my number 2.
Oh, do I not get? So I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead and
Do I not get to rate this?
You can rate your own. Yeah. How would you rate the soundtrack?
I mean, you asked before, so
I know. Well, I'm sorry. I'm trying to rush the show along.
So yeah, I know. So I'll be quick. I'm literally like, I'm gonna go with like, I don't love it as much as you do, and I honestly want to save some points for my next record. So I'm gonna go with like a 4.3 on this one. It's solid, but not like phenomenal, and because I think my next one is like phenomenal. So I'm gonna save some points for my next one.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'd be wise too. And I think you and I are both going to be in agreement on your pick for sure. I actually feel, because listen, you and I were actually, there's another one where you and I were both like, this is on our list, and fight nice children.
We always fight nice.
Yeah. Oh, Daredevil, so much butt rock. Ooh. Yes, you're right about that. See, that's another soundtrack I forgot. I forgot about that soundtrack. That movie is terrible. The first Daredevil.
There was no way. I didn't even watch that. I was not going to watch Ben Affleck like run around.
And Jennifer Gardner as Elektra. It's bad. It's bad. But the soundtrack, I mean, of course, Evanescence, Bring Me to Life. I mean, talk another soundtrack that launched a band's career pretty much. With Bring Me to Life is on that soundtrack. Great one. All right. My next pick is Empire Records, released in 1995. Now, I know we all talk about the movie, but at the end of the
Manning Day.
Rex Manning Day. Great. There's great scenes in that movie. No doubt. But is it a really good movie? No. Is the soundtrack better than a movie? 100%. 100%. I don't hate Empire, but once again, the theme is soundtracks that are better than a movie. The soundtrack is much better than this movie. This movie bombed hard in the theater. Released in 1995.
Yeah, and I don't think it did not suck.
No, it didn't suck, but it bombed. The budget for this film, which is hilarious because I'm like, where did they put this money? And I guess it must have been in the stars and lives. But the budget was something like around $10 million.
Which is crazy. There's like literally no set. So they're playing for talent and wardrobe? I mean,
I guess, unless some of that money went to paying the artist to be on the soundtrack.
Maybe.
It says here, I don't know if this note's right, but and so if someone wants to fact check me, please go ahead. But it's saying the film made initially at the box office $303,000 and $841. Wait, 303,841. It didn't even make $1 million. It didn't even make $500,000 initially at the box office. Later achieving cult status and strong soundtrack sales. I gotta fact check that. I can't be accurate. That film had to make more than $300,000.
That's pretty low. I have to say though, I'm definitely, I gotta go with this one. The film and the soundtrack definitely work hand in hand, right? So I think I listened to the soundtrack and I really felt like it sounded better going along with the movie. If that makes sense.
No,
like,
it definitely
a really great backdrop to the songs. Like on their own, like even those songs are great. The songs have more like feeling and energy and appeal alongside like what's happening.
Yeah.
In the movie.
I agree. I mean, and it takes place in a record store, which is great. It's a great setting and you got a great cast of characters. And so that keeps it moving. And the songs that they play in there are songs that they're playing in the record store, which makes it great. Ken is saying, ooh, debatable if Empire Records is bad. I mean, it is terrible, but I love it. Yeah, see, I enjoy it too. I will always watch. If it's on, I leave it on. I watch it. It's an easy watch, but
absolutely.
See, I am finding more notes about this that it didn't even make $1 million in its initial box office run, and it did much better in home video.
I didn't see it until like I definitely watched it on TV.
Dave Mattingly checking in, the VIP of the VP of the VIPs, Dave Alley. Good evening, my friend. He said, "Good evening, song track swappers." Thanks, Dave, for joining in. He's saying, "Always a pleasure to meet another Vaglio."
Hi.
There she is, Dave. My new co-host, Rachel Vigilio. But yeah, so Josh Parr says, this is a close one. At least half the album is skippable.
I don't disagree.
I mean,
but the songs I like on here, I really like. And honestly, when listen to like as you're watching the movie, it definitely works way better than listening to it on its own. Like 100%.
I mean, all I got to say is one of the greatest, other than Hey Jealousy, the second best Gin Blossoms song, and we all know how I feel about the Gin Blossoms. Till I Hear It From You is on this soundtrack. It is immediately upgrades the soundtrack immensely. Because Till I Hear It From You is an A+ song. A+ song.
I will agree with that.
Yeah. See, Ken saying the songs slap during the movie. Rachel's right. Yeah, 100%. Totally agree. All right, let's watch the trailer.
Hold up.
The film.
No,
you're saying,
the soundtrack is not as great. Just listening to it as it is while watching the movie, like it's definitely like I enjoy it way more. Like with the movie on.
All right. Well, let's watch the trailer. Because this is the other thing too, is I forgot about what songs they actually use in the trailers. I'm sure they use the Gin Blossom song in this trailer.
Just let me introduce you to everybody.
Or maybe not.
This is Gina, Roy, Lucas, AJ.
The staff of Empire Records had the coolest jobs on earth.
Do you think the story is already written, or do you think a bold and courageous act can change the course of history?
Something happened to me last night in Atlantic City.
Did you win anything?
No, I did not.
But Lucas blew it. Everyone knew it.
You're gonna buy Empire?
Well, that's a good thing, right? The money's gone.
Where's it going to?
I think it's recirculating.
We're turning this into a music town?
I have to pay for what Mr. Brilliant here did. I'm the idiot. You're the screw-up, and we are all losers.
Now, 5 friends have 1 day to decide what to do with the rest of their lives. AJ loves Corey, not the whole story.
Today is the day that I'm gonna tell Corey how I feel about her. That I,
love her.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's possible for someone to be in love with someone else and not even know it?
In this life, there are nothing but possibilities.
That is so sweet. I think I'm gonna barf.
Corey wants Rex, first time it's sex.
Hey, Rex, what happened to your hair?
Rex Manning.
I will offer myself to Rex Manning. I wish I could be brave. You are brave. I have to bring Rex his lunch.
I'm bringing Rex his lunch!
Mark's raging mad. Best day he's had.
Just like this! Help me, help me, help me.
If I was in a band, they would not be doing this to me.
Deb shaved her head and made out she was dead.
I tried to kill myself with a lady Bic.
Just your typical nutty teenager.
You did have hair, right?
I was tired of being invisible.
Gina did it again, this time to a friend.
You get smarter the shorter your skirt gets.
I want to sing in a band, but I don't have the guts.
So is this how your life's gonna be now? You're just gonna screw every has-been? I'm starting!
I'm upset that this wasn't on the soundtrack.
Want to know more?
Yeah.
Check out the store.
Empire Records open until midnight. This is Mark. Midnight!
Empire Records, featuring the music of Better Than Ezra, Gin Blossoms, Ape Hangers, Evan Dando, Toad the Wet Sprocket, and the Cranberries.
What is wrong with you people?
Rock and roll.
Great song. A+ song. A+ song right there, Gin Blossom. So listen, going back and revisiting the soundtrack, I really enjoyed listening to it. I do agree with the statement that it works really well with the movie and they time it really well. I mean, a good soundtrack should do that. Like I see Dave talking about Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction uses the soundtrack to the movie like to a T. Like you literally visualize like when you hear a song like what's happening in Pulp Fiction. That's a fantastic example. And not that Empire Records is as memorable as Pulp Fiction, but you know,
well, I love Quentin soundtracks, but
yeah, I mean he's fantastic, and the soundtracks he always picks are amazing. But listen, I really like the soundtrack a lot. I mean, not nearly as much as Reality Bites or Singles, but there's a lot of good songs on here, man. Like there's the Cranberries on here with Liar, which is a cool tune. Crackers on here. The Mises Ready Steady Go is an awesome song.
that's actually a really good song. I kind of forgot about that until I listened the other day.
Yeah, Sugar High is on here. Evan Dando. So you know, Luster. Like there's some cool songs on here. And going back and listening to them is very cool. So I don't know. I like it. It's definitely better than the Crow soundtrack for sure. I think it's better than the Crow sound. The Crow. Sorry, I want to be very specific. The Crow City of
Angels.
Yes, City of Angels soundtrack. Not because we were talking about not the Crow first one. Crow City of Angels better than the Crow City of Angels soundtrack. Just purely because the Gin Blossoms are. So.
Okay, I mean,
where are you rating this? I want to know where you rate this.
I'm gonna give it I give it a 3. Like I enjoyed listening to it, but there's some definite skippable songs, and it's more fun. I think the songs are more fun, like going along with the movie. It changes the energy, it changes the vibe.
Tony saying, "I'd rather listen to Appetite for Destruction and watch the Flintstones on mute."
Okay.
Tony coming in with some zingers today.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I like the soundtrack. I mean, it's better than Crow City of Angels. I would give it a 3.8. It's not a 4, but it's a 3.8. So it's mildly better than the Crow 2 soundtrack.
I'm at a 3. Yeah, I'm definitely at a 3.
Dave would also say, I would consider Guardians of the Galaxy, but the movie is just as good as the amazing soundtrack. Yes, 100%.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a great. There's so many movies with great soundtracks, but they're good movies. And I really wanted to like bad movie, great soundtrack. And the only reason you remember the movie is because the music kind of like held it together.
100%. Listen, Dave is coming in and he is actually revealing one of your next picks. But he says, my better soundtracks, soundtracks better than the movie are Purple Rain, Flash Gordon, and Hackers. Oh my God, Flash Gordon for Queen. Oh my God,
that actually came up on my list, but it was like
great one.
When I feel like it's just like too much of one artist, like I kind of wanted to pick stuff that varied.
Yeah, but still, Dave, great pick there on the Flash soundtrack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hackers, I got to go back and revisit.
Judgment Night, we did bring that up in the beginning, and Pulp Fiction. I like Pulp Fiction.
I love Pulp Fiction. I love Pulp Fiction.
The more I watch it, actually, the more I like it.
Yeah, I think Pulp Fiction. I mean, I understand. Not everybody's Pulp Fiction and Quentin. Not everybody's
thing. Not everyone's style, but
soundtrack is A+. Yeah. All right. So, Ray, what is your last soundtrack to talk about? Which is a soundtrack better than the movie?
So this, like, it's not even just a soundtrack. This is an album. This is like a work of art. It is a freaking masterpiece. It's Purple Rain.
Definitely.
Yeah. This movie is terrible. There are no likable characters. No one in this movie has any redeeming qualities at all.
Yeah.
They all suck. I don't know why anyone even likes each other.
It's you know what? It's tough to get through the film because I mean, listen,
the
and I get
dialogue
this.
is terrible.
Yeah.
Prince is
He's a dick. In the film.
Prince is
In the film.
unlikable. Like he's just like
He is unlikable.
yeah,
in the movie, he is unlikable. The backstory on this movie is Prince, Warner Brothers, who produced the film, took a gamble on Prince, allowing him creative control. The First Avenue Club in Minneapolis was shut down for filming at a cost of $100,000. The cast included actual band members with minimal acting experience. Prince's vision transformed the film into an extension of his musical persona, a blend of autobiography and spectacle. He wrote all the songs, and the album itself soared to legendary status, defining a crossover between film and music. The success of both the film and the soundtrack launched Prince into mega stardom. The album has sold more than 25 million copies worldwide, with an outstanding 86-week run on Billboard charts and 2-time platinum status in several countries. It's widely considered not just a soundtrack, but a pop culture phenomenon. The film, which was a gigantic hit, grossed $70.3 million on a budget against $7 million. So, unlike some of these other films, which some of them barely made back or, made a bit over, this was out of all, I think, the films that we've talked about here today, this film was an actual huge hit. $70.3 million on a budget of $7 million.
which is insane because it's terrible. I mean, it's just it like should be a riff track. It's so bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were watching. I remember we watched it again, and we were like, didn't remember, like, how, like, there's some real cringy stuff that happens. I mean, listen, I know it's the 80s, but
I mean,
there's some cringy stuff that happens.
cringy.
And you're like, oh my God, like, what is wrong with him? So, anyway, this soundtrack though is absolute aces, or the album. Yeah.
Sorry, Tony. We all just wanted to hear the album on those theater speakers. Yeah, correct.
I mean, the best set pieces of the entire film is getting to see them play Purple Rain live in the club, where he has his last shot, the way the story goes, and they've got to nail it. And of course, he plays Purple Rain, which is then the live version that's on the actual record. One take live version of Purple Rain on that record. And of course, unbelievable. So let's do this. Let's take a step back into time and let's watch the trailer for Purple Rain in case no one's remembered the film. Has anybody out there watched Purple Rain recently? I challenge you all to rewatch Purple Rain soon. Soonish.
Prince in his first motion picture. Before he created the music, he lived every bit of it.
More stay in the time, baby.
He risked too much for the one thing that meant everything. His music. Prince. The story. The struggle. The movie.
The movie. Prince the movie.
Purple Rain.
Thank God they focused on the music in this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because once you get into the actual film and the writing and or the acting, you're like, oh gosh. Yeah, it's no 8 Mile. that's for sure.
Look at Josh. Purple Rain is a biopic, and I would have you besmirch it. Well, I'm besmirching, all right? So you deal with that.
I'm totally besmirching. I mean, listen, I totally agree with you. Yeah. Like, this soundtrack is unbelievable. In fact, Dave's coming in. My top 5 Prince songs are Kiss, When the Doves Cry, Take Me With You, Delirious, and Raspberry Beret. Honorable mention to Darling Nikki. Yes, Darling Nikki. Good one. Yeah. The Purple Rain movie isn't bad, but the album is incredible.
You know what I love, though? I love Baby I'm a Star. I don't know. It's just like
Baby I'm a Star is a great song. Listen, I gotta be. There's no skips. There's no skips. There
is not one skip on this album. Not one.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call on me. This is a perfect record. It's a 5 record.
It is.
Record, soundtrack, everything, right? No skips on Prince Purple Rain. No skips.
I mean,
Let's Go Crazy. The guitar solo is out of control.
It's like he's a genius. He was a musical genius.
Yes, 100%, 100%. So yes, Prince Purple Rain. I agree with you 100%. It's a 5 out of 5. 5 records, 100%. Movie not great. Has not held up. The live performances are cool. I mean, listen, it's worth just if you just watch the Purple Rain clip, like from that, excellent. It's a great, at least it kind of saves the movie because it literally ends on that. Like, that's the end of the movie. Yeah, Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Exactly. But other stuff, it's tough to get through, man. It's tough to get through some of those scenes and but I do love Morris Day in the Time.
Yeah,
the Morris Day in the Time is great in the movie. And the great rivalry and all the music stuff is awesome. It's just all the storyline stuff is not great. And he does some really questionable stuff in that film that just doesn't hold up. And I don't think it really held up then. It just is aged poorly in 2025. For sure. Any other notes about this? From your side?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just that album is just fire.
Yeah, absolutely fire. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to wrap this up. One last movie soundtrack to talk about. A soundtrack that is better than the film. And it's maybe controversial for a certain set of fans. But now, I enjoy the film. I do watch it and I laugh, but it has not. I don't think it's aged very well, but the soundtrack has got some really killer songs on it. And this would be Kevin Smith's second film, his follow-up to his massive independent breakout movie, Clerks. He got Hollywood money, and the film is Mallrats. Soundtrack, much, much better than the movie. I'm saying it. I laugh. I go back and watch Mallrats, but it's not aged very well, I don't think. And some of the jokes are really not that great. I mean, a lot of the cameos are great. There's some really fun references. And I love Jason Lee, and I think Jason Lee is hilarious in his first kind of acting role. I think he's great. But it's just not enough to help that movie out. It's not. No. And Kevin Smith himself doesn't really like that movie, and it had a lot of problems. He had he had a hard time getting this movie made.
This movie is not great. It has some great parts, but overall,
It flopped. It totally flopped. The budget, he had about reports say he had about a $6 to $8 million budget. Movie grossed $2.1 million in the box office. It later on did very well on home video and DVD. It was a cult hit, so they made back some money there, but still was not the hit they all wanted it to be. Clerks was such a huge breakout movie, really ignited that independent wave of film that started Americans. I mean, excellent. It was such a great time for independent filmmaking, and Kevin Smith and his story and making that, and Jersey Boy, the whole thing, awesome. But, you know, Mallrats really didn't live up to the potential there. It basically went through years of developmental hell to get to that point. It took a long time. Of course, you know, Stan Lee making his cameo was excellent. I mean, you gotta love Stan Lee showing up, and all that stuff was great. So there's great moments. Of course, the late Shannon Doherty is in it, and there's some funny jokes with her. So there's good moments, the Jay and Silent Bob stuff, but it's just not. It's like it's a combination of skits that sort of has this like.
That's exactly what it is. It's
like
a skit comedy to show. It's like one of the better episodes of SNL, right? So you've got some really great funny skits, and then you've got the ones that like people get up and walk away, and you know, or change the channel. Like it's kind of there.
Yeah, Ken's coming in with some great Suzanne by Weezer, great Weezer tune. Josh is saying here the soundtrack is also less than meh. Squirt Gun, Elastica, Tanya Donnelly, Sponge. Yeah, my favorite track on this is the Goops doing "Build Me a Buttercup." I love that version of that song. This is a killer soundtrack, man. It holds up. There's a lot of really good tunes on here that you kind of forgot about. And if there's one thing, I mean, the Clerks soundtrack is killer. This soundtrack's killer. Kevin Smith in this early run really put together some really cool soundtracks for sure. I mean, we've also got.
I will say, like, definitely.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got this. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm on like a delay, and I think.
Yeah, there seems to be a little delay, but that's all right. We're working through it.
So yeah, what I was gonna say was, I think this one definitely better than Empire Records. There's definitely some really great, cool songs on here.
Agreed.
And I forgot how much I kind of liked a lot of the songs on the soundtrack.
I agree with you. I mean, All is on here, for crying out loud. Yeah. All, Archers of Loaf. You've got Sublime is on here, I believe. So a lot of good tunes, man. And I agree with you. Much better than the Empire Records soundtrack, which is why I kind of saved this one for last. Let's watch the trailer to Mallrats. In case you guys don't remember this or didn't get a chance to see it, I do recommend watching it. I mean, I don't think it's not horrible to get through, but it's not. I don't think it's held up over the years. I mean, there's funny jokes.
I've never met a person who lives in as much fear of his mother as you do.
You want I should tell my mother what we do in here at night?
What, that you play video games and I fall asleep unfulfilled?
Oh, she calls you callow in here. You say that like it's bad. Well, it means frightened and weak-willed. That was the only part of the letter I thought was complimentary.
This is Brody's private hell.
Where the hell did that come from? What's going on here?
And these
Brody man, Noochie Noochies
are his friends.
Ow!
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. What's a stink palm? Take your hand, you stick it like this. There, now you shake hands with the guy. You know how long it takes for that smell to come off? If you stare at these things long enough, you're supposed to see some kind of hidden three-dimensional picture.
Oh, yeah, look, it's a sailboat. You saw it too, damn it!
We slept together one time, remember, in high school, that ski trip?
That was you?
Dude, this looks like your mom.
Bye-bye, Easter Bunny.
There is no Easter Bunny!
You know about this game show thing they got going on here? Well, we need you guys to somehow ensure that it doesn't happen.
Fly, badass, fly!
Good evening, and welcome to Truth or Date.
Second suitor, would you ever make whoopee in public?
No, I think that's kind of personal. I don't think I should answer that.
Mallrats.
You said it was a good size.
When a girl says it's a good size, it's a nice way of saying that it's small.
What else did you expect from the director of Clerks?
Hey!
I mean, it's like so funny. It's like they're promoting the soundtrack and stuff even at the end of the film, but
yeah.
Ken's coming in. Movie looks like it was made for $150.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god! If the trailer was the movie, it would have been great. Yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, I was rewatching that trailer. I was sitting there. I'm like, man, this trailer's actually pretty good. It's actually way better than the movie.
Well, that's because the movie has some good parts, and then there's a whole lot of garbage. Like when they go to like the flea market mall, like you just kind of lose everything.
Yeah. I love Jason Lee. Dude rules. His acting in this was not good. Yeah, I mean, and it was his first role. I mean,
I was gonna say, he doesn't ever really act. He just kind of shows up and does Jason Lee. I mean,
it's no Dogma, which is great.
All right, so what's everyone's favorite Kevin Smith movie, if you have one? Like, what Dogma? I think I'm partial to Chasing Amy.
I love Chasing Amy. I haven't seen it. I do like Dogma a lot too. I think that's very good. This movie has
the Jedi mind trick when he's trying to reach the thing. Yeah.
That's right. Oh my gosh. I mean, I like I said, I don't hate this movie, but I don't think it holds up, but it is. It's like a good collection of skits. And Kevin Smith himself has come out and said he's not like a huge Mallrats fan and all that. And, there was a lot of behind the scenes drama. I mean, he talks about it in one of his where he's answering questions and stuff. And he talks about the nightmare of Mallrats and making it in the studio and basically almost wanting to make like a Clerks 2, which, really... And Clerks 2 is not great. Neither is Clerks 3. But either way, but we're talking about the soundtrack to this. And the soundtrack is pretty A+, man. I mean, you've got Ken said it before. Suzanne by Weezer's on here, and I'm pretty sure that ends the film with Suzanne. Oh, also too, what I like about this soundtrack, and they do it on Pulp Fiction, I like when movie soundtracks put clips from the movie in there to kind of like transition between songs.
It's just kind of fun.
Yeah, and they do that with the Mallrats soundtrack, and I think that's cool because of all the soundtracks we listened to today, I talked about, none of them really do that except for this one. Because I don't think the Empire Records ones does that either.
No.
I mean, we talked about Pulp Fiction before, and that does it. But even we talked about Judgment Night at the very start. They don't. It's just the songs. I like them putting clips from the film in this. What do you guys think? Do you guys like when they put clips from the film in between the tracks on a movie soundtrack? I think it kind of adds to the fun of the soundtrack. What do you think?
I think it's definitely better when the movie is good and memorable. Like when there's great lines from the movie, it definitely works. Like if the dialogue sucks, then it just doesn't really work.
Right. So where would you rate the Mallrats soundtrack on a scale of 1 to 5 records? If you had to give it a rating, where would you put it?
I'm gonna go with like 3.8. It's I've got some skippers. Like I was listening to it at work, and it kind of did fade into the background a little bit, but then like I'd hear something and like kind of latch on again. So definitely more than Empire Records, but it's not singles, and it definitely ain't Purple Rain. So
well, yeah. I mean, those are such A tier, like S tier soundtracks to me.
No, I think that's why I think like in this company, like I feel like 3.8 really kind of, it's a good spot. It's a solid spot for this.
I mean, it's better than the Empire Records soundtrack for sure, and it's better than the Crow,
which soundtrack. I only gave a 3 by the
Crow
way.
2, the Crow 2 soundtrack. So I'd give it like a 3.9. Even 4 record. I mean, there's a lot. I love the Squirt Gun song, and that Goop song, that version of "Build Me Up Buttercup" is killer.
That's a really fun version of that.
I'm gonna go 3.9 records on this one. What do you guys think? How would you rate this soundtrack on a scale of 1 to 5 records? The Mallrats soundtrack. In the movie's like okay, it's all right. It's all right. It's definitely, the soundtrack is better than the film.
So, all right.
All right,
I have something pulled up here. I just wanted to go through really quickly. Sorry, because I keep seeing like everyone talked about Judgment Night, the last action hero. I think
Last Action Hero. It is a good soundtrack.
So I just wanted to bring up like some of the movies, like as I was doing my search and looking for this and seeing what soundtrack I really wanted to get. So here's what came up like in my search: Batman Forever.
Ooh.
Judgment Night, obviously. Singles. Spawn.
Oh my God, Spawn. I forgot about Spawn.
Last Action Hero did come up. Was definitely considered. Purple Rain, obviously. Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, Baz Luhrmann.
So, yes. The Bodyguard, which I mean, it depends. Like, not really my style of music.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy and Flash Gordon. And honestly, the reason I didn't go with like Tron Legacy or Flash Gordon is because it was too focused. It's just one, like one artist. Like you've got all of Daft Punk, like you got Daft Punk doing Tron Legacy, and you've got Queen, then Flash Gordon, and it just, I don't know, it just didn't seem like a very like balanced, like varied soundtracks. So anyway, like those are some of the top ones that came up for me when I was doing my search.
Yeah.
And I just thought,
Josh is coming and saying the Spawn soundtrack has the best Manson track ever.
But yeah, I found a whole.
Oh, I pulled up too some of the some of the tracks on The Last Action Hero. I'll just read this: Big Gun, AC/DC, Alice in Chains. What the hell have I done? Oh my god, I forgot. Angry Again by Megadeth. That's a great song. Queensryche, Real World, Def Leppard, Two Steps Behind. Another Alice in Chains song, a little bit better. We got Cypress Hill on here. Tesla, Aerosmith. I know there's more on here too. I don't think this is like the whole, but that is a killer soundtrack.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of these. Like as people were mentioning, I think I've pulled up 20 songs in total, and I'm like, just like a few, but like City of Angels, of course, came up. Space Jam.
Whoa, Space Jam! Wow.
Cool World. Remember Cool World?
Oh my god,
Brad Pitt, and it was like in the animation. Lost Highway.
I love Lost Highway. That is a great soundtrack.
It is a great soundtrack.
Well, it's a David Lynch movie.
Hard to follow. It's very David Lynchy. Saturday Night Fever.
The Bee Gees.
Yeah, right.
That movie. Do you think that soundtrack is better than? I guess the soundtrack is better than the movie.
That movie is not great. It's like it's kind of like a classic in a way, but it's not a great movie.
I wonder if
Pink comes up.
See, I disagree. I think Pretty in Pink is a great, and Ken just dropped one. I wonder if it's on your list. So let me finish your list because I want to see if you got what Ken just dropped.
Oh yeah, just like I just saw Tony's. Oh, I didn't see what.
Ken said. Yeah, Ken right before. I'll just bring it up. Tank Girl.
I'll finish my list. Oh, Tank Girl! Wow.
I have that soundtrack. Cool. I forgot about that. That is a solid soundtrack.
Yeah, and then Above the Rim did come up.
Above the Rim.
Oh, and
great.
Queen of the Damned.
Holy, that's right. Queen of course, with the freaking Deftones on there.
Above the Rim came up, but Queen of the Damned also.
Wow. I forgot about that one too. I forgot about that Queen of the Damned. Yeah, because that movie was such a letdown, man. But that soundtrack was killer. Man, a Tank Girl soundtrack. I'm looking at it now.
Really great. Like
Bjork's on it.
Yeah.
Devo, L7, Hole, Bush, Portishead, Joan Jett, Belly, Veruca Salt, Ice-T. Damn.
But who doesn't want to listen to Lori Petty for like an hour and a half, right? I mean, her voice is just like...
Josh, come in. The new Rachel girl I've never heard of is pretty good. Great draft pick. There you go.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. We're 90 minutes into the show. It's time to wrap it up and call it a night. But did you like this show? Let us know if you want us to do more of these soundtrack better than the movie themes. We'll keep doing them if you really enjoyed tonight's discussion. Hopefully this co-host sticks. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? On a scale of 1 to 5 records.
Hey, whoa. I didn't know. I was not aware that I was going to be rated.
No, it's all. You're the new co-host of Song Swap Showdown. Rachel Vigilio, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. Rachel Vaglio. New co-host of Song Swap Showdown. No, we appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching and participating. Really appreciate it. Normally, once again, the show is going to air on Monday nights at 7 o'clock, live stream right here on YouTube, on Facebook, and Twitch. We'll be doing the show. And, of course, you could follow us on Facebook and all social media, all that. And we'll be re-airing the show on Radio Garden State Monday mornings at 8. And, of course, you can listen to this episode as well as all other episodes of Song Swap Showdown anywhere you get podcast for sure. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell, share this video with somebody, hit the like button, do all the stuff. Follow us wherever you're on podcast.
All the things.
Yeah.
And Josh, thanks for all the love, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes, so you're getting all the love tonight.
So much fun.
There you
so
go.
Much fun.
New era of Song Swap Showdown. Love you too, Tony. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Ken. Thank you. Who else do we have on today? Thank you, Dave Manley. Thank you,
Tony.
Ian from Australia, who I know will be watching the replay of this. Thank you, Fork Boy, Tony Donato. Thank my parents, my sister, everybody else who tuned in who didn't. Treya, thank you. I saw you too. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you guys. All right. We'll be back next week with another episode of Song Swap Showdown. Theme, the whole thing. Thanks you guys for watching. Do all the stuff and have a great holiday weekend, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah. Bye.